So you're struggling to stay consistent or work for a certain amount of hours every single day. In this video, I am going to tell you exactly how I work 16 hours minimum every single day and exactly how you can do the same. So I've got some stuff written down here on exactly how I do it. The first thing is a why. If you don't have a why, then you have no reason to do anything. So you need to find a really strong reason as to why you should be doing what you're doing. Whether it's that you want to get rich so you can retire your parents, whether it's that you want to become strong and healthy for the people around you, whether it's that you want to do something for yourself, but you just have to find a really strong why, and it needs to be so strong that when you think about this why, you get emotional. So you need to sit down and you need to figure out why you want to do what you're doing. Because if you can't think of a strong enough why, then you shouldn't be doing it. It's like, why should you get rich? For what reason should you get rich? And if there's genuinely no why as to why you should get rich, if that's not going to bring you any benefit, then there's no point in doing it, right? And that's the main reason that most people don't get rich is because they don't sit down because they're too stubborn and they don't actually think how rich is going to benefit themselves and the people around them. And that's why most people don't actually do it. If you don't think money's going to bring you a lot of benefits, then you're not going to bother trying to make it. And then step two, we have eliminate distractions. So if you're really about it and if you have a strong enough why and your friends are distracting you, you need to understand that you're not going to achieve what you want to achieve if you keep because that's not their fault that they're distracting you. That's your fault, by the way. You're allowing them to distract you, and that's completely your responsibility. So you need to decide if the why that you've come up with is stronger than the time that you choose to spend with your friends that distracts you from doing the work that you need to do. So you need to pick one. What's stronger? Getting rich for the reasons that you've decided that you need to get rich for, or becoming strong, becoming whatever it is that you want to become for the reasons that you've decided you need to become that for, or going out and talking to your friends and spending time with your friends. What's more important to you? And that's your personal decision. And if your why is stronger than spending time with your friends playing video games, doing whatever it is that distracts you from your work, then you need to eliminate your access. I got rid of my Xbox, I got rid of my TV because it was just tempting to get distracted by it. So you just need to eliminate the access to the things that distract you. If you don't use social media for work, then delete social media. Then we have step three, create a daily routine. Now, one thing I do want to say is that especially when you're starting, I've noticed this myself, is that when you first start out, you try and fill your daily routine with tons of different things so that you feel like you're doing a lot. But as time goes on, you eventually realize that half of the stuff you're doing isn't going to bring you any results. And your daily routine becomes less and less tasks, but the tasks that you're choosing require much more energy and bring much more results. So to skip that process, you need to get all the tasks that it is that you want to do. You need to write them down and you need to sit there and say, where is this going to take me in 2, 3, 6 months? Do that for each task so that you can actually figure out if each task is worth doing. So with that out of the way, for your daily routine, you want to include the most exhausting things first. That's just common sense, right? You want to get the most exhausting things done when you have the most energy. You want to set time limits because this makes you focus much harder. What I've noticed if I'm going out like with family or something like that, and I have only a certain amount of time to get a certain amount of tasks done, I will complete those tasks so much quicker than if I didn't have to go out later. So try and set time limits based on, when you have to do certain things. Then we've got create milestones throughout the day. So as I've put here, I use lunch and dinner and use them as the reward for working. And I've also put here hot drinks help me concentrate. They will probably help you too. I'm not too sure if they'll help you too, but they help me. So you can try it. And yeah, just make sure that you set up the best daily routine possible. Step four is keep yourself accountable. There are two ways that I currently know of to do this, which is one that I'm currently doing right now, which is a daily vlog. And then the other one, which I used to do, is a biography. This way you subconsciously know that whatever you do is going to be tracked, therefore you need to do it so that it looks like you're doing a lot in this biography or this daily vlog. And then lastly, step five is find an enemy or haters. As we know, the more haters you have, the bigger your sign of success is. And the reason enemies and haters are so good is because you have someone betting against you. And when you have someone betting against you, you have way more reasons to win. So much more reason to win if someone is doubting you. The more people that doubt you, the more reason you have to win. There's also the perspective of the stronger your enemy is, the stronger you have to be. You know, like Vikings, if they didn't have enemies or they didn't have people that they had to go fight, they wouldn't have trained, they wouldn't have become strong, they wouldn't have done all the things that they did.